create a square effect like this in Affinity Photo. Now this uses some techniques I created in the previous videos, so you can check those out as well. But let's see, firstly, what you need to do. Create a layer. So layer and new layer. Always have to have a layer, so that's the first thing to do. Edit and fill, and make certain you fill it with black and click apply. Now I'm going to fill it with a procedural texture. Just go to filters and then down to colors and then down here to procedural texture. This is a great filter, really easy to use, especially if you've got presets. So presets, I'm just going to go with checkered. First thing to do, just change it. You can edit any of these and you can just remove the first part. So it's RX times C/W and you get that. Well, next thing to do, I'm going to select it and copy it. And I'm going to go click plus, and now you can see what happens. It makes a bit of a hash of it because what I want is green and blue. So I'm just going to deselect that one, click that one, and make certain that one is set. So R, G and B, none of the A's have been selected. Okay, so you got that, and now instead of 0, you can copy and paste, obviously that thing I just did, and you can see now you're back to that. But what you can also do is you can go over here, and instead of RX, you can put bracket plus, and I'm going to go with A, because I'm not using A. There's no A over here. This is a custom input. And now I'm going to do RX. Now, as soon as you do that, you'll notice what happens. You end up with nothing appearing on the scene. It just doesn't know what to do with it because, of course, B and A don't exist. So RX plus and then D. And now you can quickly create them. Just going to go with this. Just click here, the R, and you're back to this. And you can then enter a value, say 45, and I'm going to go with, say, 35. You can vary it. Any kind of values you can put in there. Well, once you've done that, and you'll notice I've got a preset already. I've already done it. So I'm just going to go for the preset just to show you, just simply select it. But this is exactly the same as a preset I created earlier. So lines there, and you can go with that. But what you can also do is now click apply. Got that. You can then go again to filters and colors and procedural texture. But this time, just go to the preset just down here, and it's somewhere down here. There it is, lines. And you got it again. Now, of course, you can vary. You can just change these settings. You can maybe modify this. Now, unfortunately, you cannot record this in a macro. You can record the actual procedural texture, but unfortunately, these custom inputs just are not known by the macro. Would be nice if it could, but it doesn't do that. And you can see you can vary the values and create different designs there. But what you can also do is you can go up here and instead of RX, you can put RY. And you can put RY there, and you can see now you get this lovely square effect. And I can go down here, RX and RY. Now, I'm not going to change the W. Well, I could change W. Let's just change W. Why not? You could put H there. That's the height. Instead of W, obviously before it was width. So just H and H. Just do that. And then that's that one. And again, manipulate the values here. And you can create all kinds of different color effects very quickly using this approach. But what you can now do is you can see I've got RY, which you can actually move around backwards and forwards if you want. But now when you apply it, click there. Then you can go over here. You've got this pixel layer. It's all on one layer. You could, of course, apply it on 2 layers. If you applied the first effect on the first layer and then this, obviously the second effect on the second layer, you could then blend them. But I'm not doing that here. I'm just going to go up here to layer and fade procedural texture. So fade procedural texture, and now you can see with this you've got this fade, and you can go backwards and forwards. And I'm just going to put it about the middle. And also you've got blend mode, so you can run through, maybe go with light and soft light, hard light. Just try them out, and you just various, get the effect you want, and click apply. As mentioned, you could apply that second effect on a new layer. Then it makes it easier just then to manipulate the actual end result. Another option would be, instead of using just the filters, you could of course go over here, layer, and you could new layer, filter layer, and then down to colors, procedural texture. You could just use it as procedural texture filter layer, which you can edit and modify at any point. So just click that and then manipulate that again using the presets down here, because it would be down here, lines, and you can see it again, change it, etc. And I'm just going to close that, come out of that because I want that instead. Now, let's just remove that because it's just added a live filter layer. You got this pixel layer? Well, you can manipulate it, of course. You can go to filters and you can go here, colors, change various things here, maybe use solarize, emboss, etc. But also distort, maybe go for, let's just go for spherical. So spherical, you can go to intensity and you can see then just change that, and you can manipulate this and move this around and click apply to create some interesting visual effects with these squares. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. A like